Welcome to Necessary Roughness. I'm your host for Fantasy Alarm, Ray Flowers. Let's take a look ahead at Week 16 by talking about some of the injured or suspended players heading into the week. And we're going to start out with the number of 99.7. That's the yards per game of Odell Beckham Jr. He's also scored 13 times in 14 games. One of the stars of this league went on the field. Unfortunately, his actions in Week 15 were utter insanity. He was a buffoon. He was a lunatic. His only goal in that game wasn't to win a football game. It wasn't to help his teammates or be there for the fans and his coaching staff. His only goal was to hurt Josh Norman, and he paid for that. He's been suspended one game. The suspension is still being heard as this is being taped. I would be dumbfounded if this suspension is overturned. I would anticipate Odell Beckham keeping that one-game suspension. It was wholly deserved. That helmet-to-helmet when he took that 10-yard run at Norman with the intent to injure him. No place for that in the game of football. Second number of the day is 0.9. This is really interesting. Shawn McCoy hurt his knee. He's going to miss Week 16, maybe Week 17. The season might be over with that MCL issue. He's 0.9 yards off his career average in rushing yards and 0.9 yards off his career average in receiving yards per game. It hasn't been a great season in terms of touchdowns. There's been uneven performances because of health from McCoy. But when on the field, he's been basically the guy he's always been. And that is a very good runner, a running back one, even if not an elite option. Mike Gillislee and Carlos Williams will take over in place of McCoy. I would favor Williams there, though it sounds like there might be a bit of a timeshare. Williams, a dynamic rookie who famously scored in 6 straight games earlier in the season. Next number is 91.5 as in the QB rating of Marcus Mariota this season. Now, Mariota also hurt his knee. He has an MCL injury. There were reports that his season was over. And quite frankly, there's no reason for the Titans to bring him back out on the field. They've got Zach Mettenberger, who clearly is a decent enough option. He played pretty well in Week 15. Maybe they could draw up some interest in Mettenberger with a strong finish. Maybe trade him this offseason. That's something. Now, we don't get a firm word that Mariota's done for the year. Mike Mularkey came out and said, he's got big hullabaloo in the press. The bottom line is we don't know if Mariota is going to be done the rest of the year. We know he's not going to play this week, and I bet he doesn't play in Week 17. Next number is 0, as in the number of touchdowns scored this season by the rookie Melvin Gordon, and that's the number he's going to end his rookie year with. He has a knee injury. He's going to have surgery. His season is done. 4 touchdowns for Danny Woodhead last week. Can't expect that to continue, obviously. Understatement of the year. Donald Brown, 12 carries, 90 yards on the ground, stepping into Gordon's role. Brown is someone to consider picking up if you need an option. They're not going to give the ball 20 times to Danny Woodhead. Donald Brown basically doing a very good and slightly better impersonation of Melvin Gordon, who was a real-time disappointment in his rookie season. And then the final number is 15, as in the number of touchdown passes thrown this season by Andrew Luck. He may end the season with that number. He's been ruled out for Week 16, because of the kidney issue. He might still return in Week 17. We're unclear. It probably has to do with where the Colts are in their push for the playoffs. Matt Hasselbeck continually beat up, having a very difficult time not even being able to finish games of late. He'll be under center. His entire body is sore from head to toe, according to his coach. They have to turn to Charlie Whitehurst. Oof. Let's hope that Andrew Luck gets back for Week 17. This is Necessary Roughness. I'm Ray Flowers. Don't forget to visit us. FantasyAlarm.com will help you win in Week 16, Championship Week. Free rankings. FantasyAlarm.com.